Hey guys, in this episode of Seriously 6 Synth Sounds, I'm gonna show you a screechy drum and bass sort of bass, I guess. Alright, so here I have some sort of arrangement. Let me just mute these clips, because they're not to be shown just yet. But the patch we're gonna make sounds a little bit like this. Alright, so let's get started. It's a single fill, as always in my patches, and I put the amp envelope, full decay sustain. Filter envelope I just left the way it is, but I turned the envelope amount on the filter all the way down. Filters 24 type 2, 24 decibel filter. Then for the resonance I set it at 89 and the frequency is 124 Hertz. That's very important, these two values. Then I used a multi-oscillator, that's at octave 5, with a sawtooth, yeah right, a sawtooth. Detune amount of 27 and that's it. Then I used another analog oscillator, same octave, but 4 semitones apart with a sine wave. And then I used another oscillator with a sine wave, but at octave 3, just to give it that sub goodness. I routed all these oscillators into the filter, and then routed the LFO, which has a random waveform, by the way. I routed that to the filter 1 frequency with an amount of 52. This is basically just to mess with the filter a little bit and get some movement in the sound. And then I used LFO2, activated the key sync, tempo sync rate at 3/16, and routed that to oscillator 1 and 2 balance. That's this knob right here. And I also routed it to the filter 1 frequency so that it opens and closes. The waveform is a sine, and the mixer balance should be at 47, and with the third oscillator maybe 3 decibels down. So then without the scream it will sound like, and without the EQ and the reverb, yeah, it will sound like this. And now I'll add some scream distortion. And I just used the tape, turned the damage control all the way up. P1 knob, that's the speed, is at 100, and the compression amount is at 25, because we want it to be dirty and gritty. Then for the EQ, I cut the mids a little bit and boosted at around 100 Hertz just to get the bass out a little bit. Also, I boosted the highs. So without the EQ it sounds kind of boxy. And with the EQ it sounds really tight. Then I added some reverb. And that's it, that's the patch. Hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, subscribe and enjoy. Bye.